and more. This FFA week, notice Illinois agriculture and the young people in your communities that are making a difference. FFA students, we're proud of you. This message brought to you by the Illinois Corn Checkoff.
Take advantage of leap year. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. Yes, we do have an extra day this month. So come see our premium Buick lineup with classic modern design and features like the Buick Enclave, the Buick Envision, the Buick GX, and the all-new Buick Envista. When you see the Buick lineup, you'll want to drive one. Use your extra day wise. See our inventory online, BaumChevyBuick.com, right from the start.
This is Nate Sams, Vice President of Lending at the First State Bank and Trust in Hayworth. Central Illinois has some of the most productive farmland in the world. That's why agricultural lending is one of the cornerstones of what we do. First State and Hayworth has been helping farmers analyze, plan, and grow their operations for over 25 years. We offer the experience, expertise, and dedication you need to achieve success in today's economy. So come see me, Nate Sams, at First State Bank and Trust in Hayworth, or visit our website at fsbcorp.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
RWE Clean Energy salutes National FFA Week and Macon County's future ag leaders. As the owners and operators of the Radfords Run and the new proposed Green Switch Wind Farm near Maroa, RWE Clean Energy supports farm income, schools, and services throughout Macon County. RWE is building long-term partnership with the communities where we all live and operate, and it's made possible thanks to landowners like you. RWE Clean Energy is proud to be the title sponsor of WHOW's National FFA Week Chapter Officer Interviews.
Illinois corn farmers are proud to support the youth in local FFA chapters all across our state by sponsoring an officer vehicle, hosting the major officers and section presidents to Washington, D.C. in the summers, and more. This FFA week, notice Illinois agriculture and the young people in your communities that are making a difference. FFA students, we're proud of you. This message brought to you by the Illinois Corn Checkoff.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in this segment of the show today, Taylor Baxter, is the Clinton City Administrator, and we follow up the Tuesday night Clinton City Council meeting. Good morning, Taylor.
Hey, Seth. How are you?
I'm doing well. Spring in February. I'll take this.
Yes. This is beautiful weather today. Absolutely, 100%. Love it.
Now, when it comes to, I don't know how much you get to dive into this, but when it's really nice like this, like how far ahead do guys like the streets department, public works, like how far ahead do they get when it's nice like this?
Well, every day, when we have the chance to jump on good weather days and, either finishing up projects from last year that we didn't get done or moving into the new year, it's every day where it's nice out, we definitely jump on it. And Steve Lobb and Lloyd Francis, their jobs are outdoors, so whatever we can do get done, we definitely try to do that. So. Yeah. Good timing for sure.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I'll throw this to you. We'll talk about it later, is all the digging going on for the infrastructure for the fiber optic. Let's talk about that later because I do want to ask about that, but I wanted to put that on your radar as we go along. Let's start with, though, a new city website was approved last night. What's going on?
Yeah, really excited for this one. I sound like a broken record, but I would keep talking about this website, and I know we've mentioned it before here, but very excited for this one. It finally got approved last night at our council meeting, and we reached out to a couple different firms, and one of them being our existing company that hosts our website for us. And, we felt like we needed a new direction, and I'm thankful for council to, put that trust in me to be able to, try to lead this charge, and really happy with Apogee and what they're able to provide for us. They're the same company that the school district uses, and was able to talk with, some of the IT people over there, and they were happy with it. And one unique thing that kind of set them apart from the others is the ability to have a City of Clinton app, and that's really, really important. Facebook's a great media outlet, other social media pages, but Yes, you're going to have to do that one-time download a new app on your phone. But if you want to find information related to the city, you open up one app, boom, it's right there. All of the information, we're going to really do a better job, this coming year of trying to push out information and, just making residents informed. And it's not always just, communication on social media. Sometimes it can just be one way, like, hey, there's a boil order. Hey, stay away from this area. This fire happened. We want to be interactive with people too, and showcase some of the other things that the city has to offer. And, as we're looking at next year, we're really looking forward to the app, but also a new design on our website, making it more accessible, but also just the overall design, a cleaner look. When I was looking at coming to Clinton, that was the first thing I looked at was the city website, and I was a little turned off by it. And there's more to a city than a website, but you get a first impression. And I think with this new website, this will definitely help with that.
So with that first impression, what needs and will be improved with this new website?
Just the layout of it. There's certain features, whether it's a calendar with our city council agendas or a planning commission agenda, those sorts of things. You can also have the different imagery. Sometimes that you can put all the words on a page, but if you just look at one image and you look at our downtown, or you look at Weldon Springs or the lake, you put something on there, even though it's not city limits, but like that's a big attraction for people coming to Clinton. And if they come to the website, hey, yeah, that's a beautiful picture. Maybe we need to go visit Clinton. Or, potential businesses that are looking to invest in Clinton, they're going to go to the city website. So we want to make sure that we have updated imagery, whether it's videography too, that's going to be important because that's where a lot of this digital media is going, is, the use of video and being able to tell your story through that. So those types of things, but really just the overall layout and design is going to be completely different, and we're really looking forward to it.
What will you talked about kind of access things. What will be easier to access in terms of this new website?
Yeah, so information related to the city. So right now we have a service where you're able to get a text alert from, and it calls you as well, but in case there's a boil order, you can sign up for alerts. So those pieces of information, we haven't decided if we're going to keep that or not, but we're going to be able to do push notifications. So that would be one thing, different types of alerts, whether there's an emergency that, again, you need to stay away from in an area, those types of things. The calendar, I mentioned that a little bit ago. Really just an overall feed too. So that's one of the things that I kind of liked about it, where different city employees can just type in a little message like, hey, City Hall is closed today, and you can push out that notification if you wanted to, or you can just have it on the feed. So really got to figure out how we're going to do that, but the ability to have information all in one location is huge.
What does the city website need that it doesn't have now?
From our audit that we received from a couple of these companies, and we didn't even ask for it, but right now there's a couple of ADA issues with, readability. If you were going to have an individual that doesn't have the ability to see, they have these types of readers that you can utilize. And whether it's with images or text on a page, there's some areas on our website that are currently lacking in that. So that's one I'm really looking forward to updating. Right now, our imagery is severely outdated, blurry. So it's an overall, not blowing it up, but we're blowing it up in a way. Organization right now on our website, I think it could be a little bit better organized. What has happened in the past is you kind of group things together, and maybe we need to put this under a different resident section, or maybe we need to relabel some of this stuff. So,
I think of online bill pay.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be under government.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So just that sort of thing where logistically, from a user perspective, how are we going to make it easier for somebody? And that's what we want to do ultimately. Make it look better and make it easier.
Back to the online bill pay. myself and others pay our bills online for water. Will that change this at all?
No. So that'll be still the exact same feature. We haven't got an update for that, so that's completely staying the same, and there will be no change with that whatsoever.
What's on the website now that maybe doesn't need to be there? Or I shouldn't say doesn't need to be there, but maybe doesn't need to be as prominent as it is?
Yeah, a couple of those headers, you can, if you go to our website, clintonillinois.com, we have a couple of headers that are somewhat irrelevant, that maybe could be a little subheader, because space is limited on how many you can put at the top. So I think we need to condense those, but then also the subheadings need to be more accurate too. Again, it's all about just finding information, how you make it easier for people, and that's where we work with the design team from Apogee. We're having a kickoff meeting next week, and so some of the city staff that's going to be working on this with us, we're going to meet with them and we talk through all of these things. They evaluate what we currently have and then where we need to go from there, and utilize their advice as well.
What did we not talk about with this process you want to put out there, or the community should know that we haven't touched on?
I don't really know. I've kind of been hitting at it for a while and finally pulled the trigger.
I'm really glad honestly, I didn't think it would happen this soon. I thought this, it would just everything else get kicked down the road, and eventually we'll get to it. But man, to have it done in February is amazing.
Yeah. And that happens in government. You can only get certain things passed every 2 weeks, and so that tends to happen. But the council and the mayor, and especially John Weiss, he's been he's one of our commissioners. He's really been pushing for this, and we went to a conference together up in Chicago, and it kind of lit a fire in him, and I'm happy it did because I feel that as well. So this is one of those things that we want to get done because of the importance of it, and with the summer tourism and all the visitors that are coming here, that's a huge piece of it. But also, we got to take care of our residents and how you make it easier for them too. It's not always about tourism and people coming in. You got to be able to take care of your own people too. So this is a project that benefits both. I mean, it's economic development. It's residents and their concerns over certain things. So it's really a good project overall.
So you mentioned you'll kind of start some planning stuff next week. When do you hope to see the new website live?
I'm hoping, it all depends on their design team. I mean, they have a template that they use, but then it's also converting all of the information we currently have on our site, condensing that, because then they're going to move it over to this new site for us. So I'm hopeful, to answer your question, I'm hopeful we can get this thing done in less than 4 months.
Really?
That's the goal. I don't think it'll happen. I want to hit it by summer. And
why that long, if you don't mind me asking?
There's so much that goes into it. As far as Apogee, they're a big company, but their design team is limited on what images we provide them. So it's going to be some back and forth and a lot of edits. Hey, we kind of like this, but then it's going to take them, depending on what projects they're working on, it's going to take them a while to get those updated too. So I'm under promising, and I want to over deliver rather than the other way where, hey, I want to get this thing done in 2 months, and hey, where's it at? So I hope it doesn't take that long, but I've been a part of these projects enough that, not everything goes as smoothly as you want, no matter what company you're working with. But then also the other thing is the app. I mean, that's a huge thing that we have nothing on. So to add that on top of a new website, there's going to be potential delays, and that just kind of comes with technology. So
yeah. Does this effort prompt or does it prompt branding at all?
Yes, it does. Yeah, we've had those discussions, and that's something that I'm going to be bringing up to our city council. Is just sometimes people think of a rebrand as a new logo. That's one piece of it. Website design, messaging. It's this whole package of really a brand is how it makes you feel when you think of Clinton, when you see Clinton. All of it together is this huge package, and I think we could use a little refresher on that. There are things that we definitely do really, really good, and maybe there's some areas where we can improve upon, and that there's a lot that goes into that as well. And I don't know if we have the city staff to completely do that by ourselves, and that's going to be a massive project that will take time, and unfortunately, it's going to take money to have an outside firm come in and help us.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
very important. I mean, it
sounds like you've thought about it.
I have. And again, I've been through rebrands for municipalities before, and it's just the imagery, the overall feel, even coming down to as little as what fonts do we use on certain things. I mean, it sounds very micromanaging, but if we're consistent on how we relay our information, they're going to understand that, hey, when Clinton puts something out, this is what it looks like, this is how it makes me feel, rather than just a bunch of stuff kind of all over the place. So again, we've done a good job in a lot of areas. I'm definitely not saying that, but there's always room for improvement no matter where you're at and what you're doing. So we're looking forward to that.
Maybe stupid question. Why not do these two things at the same time?
Yeah, not a stupid question. So we could. This rebrand is going to be a significant amount of money. If we get a good firm that comes in, it could be anywhere. I'm not going to put out numbers, but it's going to be a budget item, whereas, this app and website, $7,000 annually, and then there's the one-time design fee, but this is going to be a significant number, and it's going to take longer than that 4 months. I mean, this is when we do this rebrand, it's a combination of, getting certain people from different areas, whether it's the public, whether it's different organizations, businesses, getting a group, and this is how I treat my position too, is just because Taylor thinks it's a good idea doesn't necessarily mean that that's what the community wants. So this isn't just a city project. I mean, everybody has pride in Clinton, and there's a lot of people that have been here very long and understand the history, and then there's some new people like myself that can come in and kind of coordinate this stuff, where we got to be able to find those pieces and come up with a team and really make this rebrand successful, because you don't want to go through this and say, hey, we missed a thing, and this kind of ruins the whole deal. So.
Sure. So new website coming along and approved, and hopefully we see that here very soon. Taylor Baxter is the Clinton City Administrator, following up the Tuesday night Clinton City Council meeting. More to come with him on the morning show.
WHOW.
RWE Clean Energy salutes National FFA Week and Macon County's future ag leaders. As the owners and operators of the Radfords Run and the new proposed Green Switch Wind Farm near Maroa, RWE Clean Energy supports farm income, schools, and services throughout Macon County. RWE is building long-term partnership with the communities where we all live and operate, and it's made possible thanks to landowners like you. RWE Clean Energy is proud to be the title sponsor of WHOW's National FFA Week Chapter Officer Interviews.
Spring will soon be here, and that means planting season. Now is the time to finalize your spring fertilizer and inputs. Hi, I'm Sean Bites from Maroa Ag, just north of Maroa. Maroa Ag has provided Central Illinois farmers with custom application, crop nutrients, and crop protection products for over 30 years. If you're looking for a business partner that will help you maximize your yield as you prepare for spring planting, come see us at Maroa Ag now. We're here to give you the one-on-one service you want and expect. Maroa Ag, your partner in the field this spring.
Illinois corn farmers are proud to support the youth and local FFA chapters all across our state by sponsoring an officer vehicle, hosting the major officers and section presidents to Washington, D.C. in the summers, and more. This FFA week, notice Illinois agriculture and the young people in your communities that are making a difference. FFA students, we're proud of you. This message brought to you by the Illinois Corn Checkoff.
For growers like you, this is more than a profession. It's a way of life, a generational calling, wrapped in community pride. First Mid is a trusted financial partner with comprehensive agribusiness services like lending and insurance. As your ownership or operational needs evolve, you can turn to us for farm management and land sales. We are committed to helping you cultivate a better tomorrow, because like you, we're not merely invested in the success of your operation, we're homegrown. First Mid, an equal opportunity lender.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Again, Taylor Baxter is the Clinton City Administrator and follows up the Tuesday night Clinton City Council meeting with us here this morning. Taylor, I didn't know this was happening. It's Cheryl's last meeting at the City Council. What is going on?
Yeah, sad day, but definitely happy for her. Cheryl Van Valey, she's our city clerk, and she has been for the past 13 years. It was her last city council meeting. She's retiring at the end of the month, and a little recognition for her. There's no amount of thank yous and gifts that we could really give her, because she spent the last 13 years as the city clerk and 24 years altogether with the city of Clinton.
Wow.
Just a remarkable resource of information. She has a very infectious laugh that just lifts you up, and you're just happy. And Cheryl has done so much in her time and has been through different city administrators. She's been through different mayors, different councils, and to have that one person that is the glue of it all, that's Cheryl.
Yeah.
Keeper of all of the records. there's things that I've been reviewing. I'm like, hey, Cheryl, do we have this from 2005? Yeah, let me go see where I can find it. Boom. She just knows so much and have been through so many different projects that, we're very, very lucky to have her, and, we're happy for her. I've made jokes that I'm still going to call her, and whether she answers or not, I don't know.
There you go. Yep.
So, we had a presentation for her, and, rightfully so. She deserves it, and we're really blessed to have her on our team.
Very good. So I'm sure working to fill that position and move forward from there.
Yeah, we've kind of got it figured out.
Okay.
Cameron Wilford's going to be filling her spot. Cameron is up at City Hall with us. She's our executive assistant now, and Cameron and Cheryl have been working really close together, and we're going to slide Cameron right in, and we're looking forward to
So will Cameron be at meetings now?
Yeah, so Cameron will be running the meetings now.
Oh, cool. Good deal. All right, very good. Taylor, about 3 minutes left here this morning. I want to talk about, and I mentioned to you earlier, a lot of the street work going on. It's not all city stuff. Kind of middle of the roads getting tore up a little bit. What's going on right now? It feels like it's a huge inconvenience.
It really is, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but it's really been a whole inconvenience with this entire thing. I give a lot of credit to Steve Lobb and Lloyd Francis and all of our guys in our public works department. They are busting their tails to try to help these fiber optic companies. And, we have meetings with them. We have meetings with their leadership, with the crews. And, it's unfortunate that we've had as many hits as what we've had, and we're kind of being an example. I've had other communities reach out and be like, hey, how are you guys handling these fiber optic companies? We saw that you guys are kind of a leader in this, and that goes a credit to Steve and Lloyd. They've really taken this in, and it's very frustrating. One crew will come in, and then another one, they'll fill their spots back in, and another one comes in and digs it right up. The hard part about all this is a federally backed program, and although we have the ability to issue permits, we also have the ability to revoke them. But other than that, it's a really hard thing, because they're getting paid to get it done by a certain date, and sometimes that causes them to get rushed and to do things not the correct way. And when that does happen, we try to take care of it, and we do. There have been permits that have been pulled, and they're not allowed to work with us anymore.
Street work. What's going on there? What are they digging up in the middle of the roads right now?
Well, sometimes that is from fiber companies. Really, they've got to find all these different locates, and depending on where they're boring, it really is kind of all over the place. So that could be things. I don't know of any major street projects that we're doing. I could be wrong. We have a staff meeting after this where we go over things. So that could be city related too. But I know
it hasn't looked city related.
Yeah,
so.
And I didn't think it was. So it really could be a variety of things. But I know that Steve Lobb and Lloyd, they are all over these guys.
Yeah.
And
I can tell you're frustrated with it.
It is frustrating, because it's putting residents' lives at risk. And whenever you have an outside company that comes in and it time and time and time. When's
Have we had
enough?
many gas leaks this year? It hasn't felt like it.
Major ones, no. We've had little ones here and there.
Okay.
And that's going to happen.
Yeah,
So-
sure. Very good.
Yep.
Taylor, I appreciate your time as always, my good man. We'll catch up soon. Taylor Baxter, Clinton City Administrator, our guest in studio today. We follow up the Tuesday night Clinton City Council meeting. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Network news on the way on the morning show.
WHOW.
From the newsroom of Regional